everyone, this is Hiba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working in my Passion Planner. I'm going to set up the month of April in my 2023 Passion Planner, and I'm going to do a quick flip through of March. I'm obviously not done with March. I think today is March 20th, if I'm not mistaken. And so you can see I've already put in some of my photos. This fills out by the end of the month. I haven't printed out my books yet. I believe I'm at book 3 this month. I haven't been reading as much this year. I think I'm just busier. I'm kind of focusing on other things. So I haven't read as many books as I would like to. But as you can see, last month I decorated my planner using my Ramadan stamp sets because Ramadan starts on the 23rd of March and ends on the 23rd of April. So I might kind of sprinkle in Ramadan themed stamps as well in April. But I do want to add some flowers and things like that because it's spring and I'm so excited. As you can see, I did not finish my mind map here. That does not bother me. I don't feel like I have to kind of complete my passion planner, if that makes sense. It's not a project, it's just a planner. So I'm okay if I didn't add all the things in my mind map. The second week of April, well, this one's actually the second week because the first week fell in February. So that's the first week, that's the second week. And then the third week, for my mind map, I did like a mood style. These stickers are from the Passion Planner. I will add that Passion Planner sticker book in the description box for you, but you can kind of draw in your mood. So I had fun with that one. It was kind of different than what I usually do. My currentlies are all set up. My week is all done. As you can see, I didn't read like 3 days that week, which is crazy, but I have been having like busy weeks. I was sick for like 3 days that week as well, so there was not a lot of reading. And as you can see, this is today, which is the 20th, and I just started filling out my passion planner, and as the week goes by, things fill out quickly. And that's the last week in the beginning of April. And I shared this last time I set up my passion planner. This is my Ramadan printable, and I will be using this printable to add little tidbits of every day in Ramadan. Ramadan starts on the 23rd, so I'm ready for it. This will fill out quickly. I'll probably add some journaling. I'll probably add some photos. I'm really, really excited for that. So today we are going to be setting up April. And as always, my setup is kind of on repeat. So we're going to be setting up the calendar, the weeks with my currentlies, my social media, all that good stuff. I'm definitely going to be adding my currentlies at the end of the month. That is another printable that I've shared with you before. So I use these currently printables for the end of the month to kind of fill out that space that I don't use, the monthly reflection. So I'm going to do one of those as well for April and kind of just focus on Ramadan, March and April on these two spreads, if that makes sense. So let's get to it. I'm going to start setting up my calendar. Oh, and I did want to share actually, before we start, how my back end pages look like my back pages look like. So I'm starting to fill out my favorites. So what I decided to do is probably kind of document my favorite books for the month, what I'm listening to, like my favorite song for the month. This is my gratitude. And yes, I did misspell gratitude, which is okay with me. My Instagram, my YouTube is filling up. I have not started my wish list. I'm trying to kind of save up for a gift for my daughter. Trying to save up for a laptop. It has been tough this year. No savings for those yet, but I kind of know what I'm going to get her. So I think I should be okay by May, hopefully. Some savings going on. The books I read. This is a printable from the Passion Planner's website. It's a free printable. Using that. This is my TV tracker. This is a printable that I offer in my Etsy shop. Love it. I thought I would be adding photos in my boxes here or in my TV sets, but I changed my mind and I've been doodling and I think it's so much fun. You kind of get the feel of what I watched by my doodles, and I really, really like how it looks. This one's a Turkish show, and that one's an Arabic show. So those were fun doodles to put together. That's Gilmore Girls, Jenny and Georgia. I just wanted to change it up, so I just added the title. And I did watch like a few seasons of New Amsterdam. So that was fun. I think I'm going to stick to that. It's kind of different than what I usually do. I usually just add the covers in the TV sets, but that's a different way to be creative and have fun. And I think that's it. I will be adding a movie one because I usually watch more TV than movies, but I did watch some really good movies. So I need to add my movie tracker as well. In that bundle, I do have TV and movies. So once you get that bundle, you can kind of choose which one you want to add. But anyways, that is my back pages. Let's start setting up April. I'm pretty excited. So excited for April and the warmer weather and spring. I love spring. So let's get to it. I'm going to put you on fast forward and voiceover, and we're going to set up April in my passion planner. Okay, let's start setting up my passion planner. I'm going to start by using this sticker craft paper from Stationery Pal. I always use this craft paper to cover up that column on the left side of my calendar because I would rather kind of keep up with the week numbers. So once I cover that up, I'm going to grab the stamp set from Carrie Bradford. I think it's called Double Digits, and it's the large double digit numbers. And I'm just going to use those to stamp out the week numbers. Love using the stamp set because it goes up to, I believe, 31. And after week 31, I do change up my number stamp. But for now, I just stick to that Carrie Bradford stamp set. I also will be documenting the books I read in that bottom portion. So I just stamped a cute book stamp, and I also use this open book stamp from Carrie Bradford, and I basically use it to add the number of books I read throughout the month. And I'm just coloring in my stamped images just to bring in some color using my Tombow markers. And I will also grab my favorite gray marker from Tombow to color in numbers on the side. This makes them kind of pop and stand out. Okay, now that I'm done with my calendar, we can move on to my weeks. I will start by using my little stencil to add boxes for my icons for like YouTube, Instagram, a book club. So I like to keep up with my social media. If you've been around here, you know this is on kind of repeat. That little box there just holds all my social media, and I track how many followers I have, how many subscribers. And I basically do a box for each icon, and I create a drop shadow as well. Then I come in and draw them in, and I will grab my light gray marker from Tombow to color in the icons. I kind of keep it neutral just because I don't want it to clash with anything else from my spread. Once I add in the stickers and the stamping, I will also grab a marker here, a black marker, and add my drop shadow. I just feel like it adds a little bit of depth to my icons. And then we'll move on to the next step, which is documenting my reading. As you guys know, I love to read. Again, I do have a book club. So if you're not following the book club or you're not a part of the book club and you're looking for a fun community to be a part of and a book club that reads some fun and great books, definitely recommend to check out the Reading with Hiba book club. It is on Instagram, and I do have it linked in the description box for you. But because I like to read and I like to track what I'm reading, and if I'm reading, I like to use this stamp set that says reading, and I like to stamp it right above each day. That way, when I read, I just highlight it, and if I didn't read, I don't highlight it, and that way I know if I read or didn't read that day. Just a simple way to track my reading. So I'm basically stamping it in every single day right underneath my days of the week. And then I'm going to be using these stamps from Everyday Explorers. These are great stamps to fill in that little focus box. Words and the sentiments kind of reflect how I want to feel throughout the week. So some of them say like, you did a great job and keep going, you're strong, and things like that. So I like to use them to fill out those little focus boxes on each week. I like to use these stamps as well throughout my weeks because these stamps are your everyday kind of planning stamps. So wherever I stamp them throughout my week, even if my week is not filled out, it will fit perfectly. And that weekend stamp is my go-to stamp. I love that weekend stamp from Everyday Explorers stamp set. It just fits perfectly between the weekend or those 2 days for the weekend. And it's so cute. I love the font on that. So I'm basically going back and forth between these stamp sets, which I will link in the description box for you. Like I said, they are perfect to just add a little something to my weeks before I start planning. Now that I'm done stamping these cute little words throughout my weeks, I do want to stamp my YouTube icon to kind of represent the videos that I'm posting that week. I usually post twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. Sometimes it's different days because of like a new release or a sponsored video. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my little icon in red ink. And again, it's just a good visual for me when I look at my planner and I see that red icon. I know that there's a video going up that day. Now I'm going to grab my little sticker books here. I love these sticker books and I use them every single month. They are just perfect transparency stickers that fit over the little quote in the corner of my passion planner. You can still see the quote, but it brings in some color. I did want to mention that this blue sticker that I end up adding here, I do change my mind later and remove it and just switch it with a more neutral sticker because I end up stamping like trees and things like that for spring. And they kind of clashed and I didn't like that sticker with my stamping. So you'll see at the end of this video, I will remove it and switch it out with a more neutral sticker. Anyways, I'm done adding my little stickers in the corners. Now I'm going to be covering up the to-do list. Don't use this section for to-do lists. I do keep up with my currently. So I just use my black Posca pen to cover that up. And then I use my white Posca pen to add currently. And that way I have like a little currently section. We'll be using some of my older stamps to add a TV set, I believe a book, and I do keep up with my Happy Mail. So I'll just be stamping a TV set, a book, and a little mailbox. I get asked a lot about the stamp sets I'm using and why I'm not linking all of them. I did want to mention that a lot of these stamps that I use in my passion planner are older stamp sets. So if they're not available, I can't link them to anything. And a lot of the stamp sets are from older companies that don't exist anymore. So when there is a stamp set available, I always link it in the description box. Anyways, I also wanted to represent prom because my daughter's prom is on the 29th and it's pretty exciting. And I wanted some bold alphas. So I went with these really cute alphas from the Paper Person shop. And that way it's bold and I can see it. Also wanted to kind of document Eid. So Eid falls in April as well. So I have this beautiful Altenew Eid stamp. It is gorgeous and it has some Arabic writing in there. So I'm basically going to stamp it in black ink And in that stamp set, there's little flowers and leaves. So I'm going to use the flowers and leaves as well. I'm just going to add little clusters of flowers around my little title. I really love how these clusters of flowers came out. It just added the perfect pop of color. I also did stamp Eid Mubarak in the corner in English as well. And I just love how this one turned out. Anyways, in April is also my husband and I's 23rd anniversary. So it's perfectly falls on a Saturday. So I'm going to be using the stamp set from Everyday Explorers. I think it just says celebrating anniversary or happy anniversary or something. And then I'm going to use the same double-digit stamp set from Carrie Bradford to stamp 23. I'll grab my markers and color these in myself just to add a pop of color. I also believe I add some hearts as well. I just created a fun little stamping cluster in the corner, and I think it turned out pretty cute. And basically, once I fill out the cluster with some color, I'm basically going to move on to the next week where I will go more spring themed. So because every weekend we basically have something to celebrate. I think one week is our anniversary, the next is Eid, and then I think after that is prom for my daughter. So there's something going on every single week. So I only had this week to kind of create a spring theme, and I'm gonna use these tree stamps from the Paper Person shop to create a cluster of trees. I'm going to use some bright colors. It turned out so cute. I really love how it turned out. And this is why I decided to remove that blue sticker that I added over my quote. It's because I felt like it clashed with the colors I used and I didn't like how it looked. So I will end up changing that in a little bit. Once I finish stamping my trees, I will grab a spring stamp set from Studio Calico to stamp Bloom. Just felt like it needed a little title on my cluster. And then I'm going to grab my markers and start coloring things in. I usually do this where I go through my pages just to make sure that everything's done. You can see here, I felt like I needed some color here, so I just add my marker and color it in. And at some point, I'm going to grab my pen and just add work on that gray line. I usually keep my personal schedule at the top, and then on the bottom portion is work. So it just helps me kind of find what I'm looking for when this planner's filled out or when the week is filled out. You can see me here just adding week on that gray line. And then I believe I changed that sticker out, call my setup done. Really easy, really simple. As you can see, I always start out with simple layouts or simple setups. And then as the week progresses, the layouts progress and there's more stickers and more doodling and more photos. But that's about it, you guys. As you can see, I'm removing that sticker and I'm just gonna switch it out with my neutral sticker. Then I call my setup done. Don't forget, all the printables that I mentioned in this video and shared are linked in the description box for you. I do offer those in my Etsy shop, and I will be linking everything I use down in the description box for you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye!